Good evening and welcome to another edition of the 99 Club presented by Bashor Children's Home. The 99 Club, where we're trying to recruit 99 friends to donate $99 to support programs that make the Bashor mission come alive, providing help for today and hope for tomorrow. And we're not beyond providing a little bit of incentive, bribo, if you will. Donate $99 and you'll receive one of these fashionable 99 Club t-shirts. As I've told you every week, if it looks good on me, think of how really good it'll look on you. Want to join the 99 Club? We hope you do. Go to bashor.org, click on the 99 Club icon. That's it. That's what you do. You're a member of the club. You're supporting the mission. And we send you this fine t-shirt. Want to say thank you right away at the top of the program to our supporting underwriters. Obico, your custom sewing manufacturing specialists. New Way Construction, we build on relationship. Patrick Industries, better living starts with better materials. And Genesis Products, elevating environments for work, for home, and for play. Well, as we said, we're excited about the 99 Club this evening. We've got some folks who do some serious work and provide some serious aid throughout the country and here at Bashor Children's Home. They are members of the Nomads, and we'll talk a little bit about what that means. But please welcome to the program Dave and Susan Elkow. They are from Mission, Texas, but Pastor Susan, I understand that you've been in Kentucky and other places as well. Just for both of you, just give us a little bit about who you are.
Who we are?
Who you are. You're Susan. You're
Yes. I'm a retired pastor. I'm a second career pastor. I have an industrial engineering background and got called out of that into the pastorate, attended Asbury Seminary in Wilmore, Kentucky, and then went into full-time ministry ever since then. And 5 years ago, we retired and God moved us down to South Texas on the Mexico border.
Wow.
So yeah, It's been
Mission,
a radical
Texas.
shift. Yes,
it has. You've
Yes.
been. You can sing the song "I've Been Everywhere."
Yes.
Man. So,
Yes.
well, Dave, I'm not real sure what your background is going to reveal, but based on the fact of what we've heard from Susan, you married up. So,
Well,
so tell us a little bit about Dave as well.
That's a good thing to do. Yes, I should say we're both originally from the Chicagoland area.
Okay.
And we met in college, and yes, I was also in industrial technology, industrial engineering. And then when Susan got called into the pastorate, I flopped around a little with this and that, and eventually started my own business as a home repair and remodeling contractor.
Wow. Okay.
So, and that worked out real well for us because I was kind of portable then. She was went from appointment to appointment. I could go along and print myself new business cards and just keep working.
There you go.
So that's what I've done.
So the Nomad thing, the visit to Bashor, is right in your wheelhouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Both.
It allows me to keep using the skills God has blessed me with, and in just a new and better way.
Well, you get to take care of your skills, get to take care of your passions, and you get to be with each other. It's something that you can do together. Well, by way of explanation, I will give you the website explanation, and then we'll give you the actual personal explanation. But the Nomads are a ministry of the United Methodist Church. This is a group that's making its 7th visit to Bashor Children's Home, and the Elkows have been here. This is their 3rd visit, and next year you guys will be the poobahs. I understand. Next year you will be part of the team leaders that work this mission. And certainly those of us associated with Bashor Children's Home and the ministry itself are so grateful for everything that the Nomads have done in each of their visits. I love what in the Nomad history, I circled this line because I love what it says. You know, it talks about the Nomads being born in the Rio Grande Valley area of Texas in 1988. And someone said, "I'm bored. There must be some good we can do here." That's right. The Nomads were born. Now, from what I understand, it's divided into 3 separate areas. You have the 3-week work projects, which are what you're
Yes.
part of
Yes.
right now. You can do some disaster relief, which
Yes.
certainly we've had a lot of over the last couple of years.
Yes.
And you have some just basically drop-in projects when someone
Right.
calls,
Right.
whether it's an emergency or if you have some time on your hands or whatever. I guess, first of all, the question for both of you is what called you? What got you involved in this ministry?
Wow. You want to take that?
Well, after I retired, I actually retired because my mom had a stroke a number of years prior, and so that I didn't get moved too far away, because in the Methodist church you get appointed
Oh, yeah,
and moved. It turned out that we could retire, so I retired, and then to care for my mom, spend more time with my mom, and I was going to do a part-time pastorate.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, a month later, she died.
Oh.
And so we were kind of without anything.
Mhm.
We had nothing going. So we did a bunch of prayer, and God just led us to the Nomads. We had known another couple who were in the Nomads, and it seemed something that would be good for Dave, because he's, involved with a lot of construction work. And the interesting thing is, we had never been in an RV before. We had never owned an RV. And so my mom died in July, and we were doing our first project in December. So that's how quickly the whole thing came to fruition. So, and then 6 months after that, we ended up moving to Mission, 1,500 miles away, which is where Nomads began. So it's been an interesting journey with the Nomads.
So it literally all things came together.
They did, literally.
Right. Yeah. We kind of had suddenly I don't want a totally open slate,
A
but
blank
kind
slate.
of felt like,
Yes.
like, okay, Lord, what do you want us to do next? And like Susan had mentioned, we had known a couple that had participated in Nomads, and they were very excited about it, and that came to mind. And when we just prayed about it, boy, it just felt like the right thing to do, and something we can do together. We can travel together, and we can do this work together. And when we prayed for it, it just
Sounds mighty close to the burning bush. I mean,
it just really came. It just really.
Just say, hey, by the way, we're going to pack up in an RV and we're going to go around fixing up places. That is real close to a burning bush moment.
Yes,
So.
but
it was
great.
Pretty radical.
It was very divine.
Dave, I have to ask you, because both of you are trained in the macro as far as industrial and that experience, engineering is concerned. But then you picked up an awful lot of experience in the micro of doing home improvement, doing building and everything else. That combination seems to have prepared you exceptionally well for this kind of work.
Yes.
I mean, like it was kind of a plan of somebody's. Maybe perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, it does, because doing my home repair and remodel, the work I did over the, I was a handyman basically.
Right.
But I mean, it was there's a lot of need for that, and a lot of things to fix. And so, yes, my experience was across all different kinds of.
And prior to all of that, we were both in the corporate world.
Okay.
Doing project management and logistics and all of that. So
yeah,
it was macro
really
to micro.
Seemed like it was all funneling to this point in our lives.
Well, and part of the emphasis of that too is that, I mean, it's not like a group of people. We call them the Nomads, and that makes for a nice acronym. But it's a lot more than just throwing tools in the back of the RV and heading out. This is a kind of thing that needs to be planned, and you need to put the logistics together, and you're putting teams together. It's a pretty big undertaking to come somewhere for 3 weeks.
Yeah. It is. And we've actually felt called to start, become an agency through our church in Mission and start a project there. So when we get back from here, we immediately have to begin all the project planning for 5 RVs to come and work in Mission in March. So
when someone asks you what's like to be retired, you just kind of giggle.
It's not, yes.
No, it's great. It's great to feel that purpose
Yes.
still playing out. in
So
their life there.
That's what another definition of nomads. There's a variety of them, but nice old Methodists actually doing something.
I love that.
Yes.
Nice old Methodists actually doing something.
That's right.
That works
That's right.
perfect.
Yeah.
Can we get that scrolled across the bottom, producer Dave? That sounds pretty good. So bring us up to date on what you're doing here at the Children's Home. You're wrapping up your third week. What kind of things have you been doing?
Well, we are working on the cottages, the student, like the dormitories, and we've what Bashor has been doing is going through the cottages and doing a major remodel, and in each cottage. And so we've got, what is the name of our cottage? We should have known that.
I don't remember.
But it's we're doing the entire interior, painting it
Okay.
all out, and freshening it all up. And
So we've got Geyer, Glendenning, Lerner.
It's is it Glendenning?
Yes, it is
Okay,
Glendenning.
good.
Yeah.
You got it.
Hey, all right.
Glendenning.
Glendenning.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're painting out.
Producer Brett Dave's impressed. I worked here 20 years ago. He was impressed that I remembered the names.
So we're painting out the whole interior, which is
It's been a lot of work.
of painting. The ceilings, walls,
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And
True.
they're a little more colorful than they used to be, and it's really great. And then on the exterior, we've removed a lot of the vinyl siding on the front facade of the building.
Okay.
And the entry alcove, and we're re-siding all that,
Mhm.
and just brightening them up and making them more new
Well,
again.
that's terrific.
So
And I can guarantee you that staff and kids alike are appreciative of what they're seeing and what the finished product's going to look like.
They
Th-
seem to be excited
Yeah.
as they're walking through.
Good.
Yeah.
This
Great.
is your third visit to the Children's Home here.
Yes.
Mhm.
So give us your impressions about, naturally you've had to have at least some good experiences in order to come back this many times and commit to a
Yes.
fourth time as the project directors. But what kind of things have you found here? What's impressed you about this place?
Well, I think we feel really blessed to be able to serve with an organization that's doing such good work with children.
Mhm.
Last year, when we were here, they had just built the 2 new buildings, which are housing girls who have been brought out of sex trafficking. We built furniture for those buildings, and I don't know, Steve.
Raikkonen?
Yes,
Mhm.
Steve Raikkonen gave us the background of sex trafficking, and
Mhm.
it's unbelievable how much of that goes on, and the huge financial gains there are in that. It's like the second largest income producing industry in the world, only topped by drugs.
Mm.
And it's something that we keep so quiet, nobody talks about it much.
Mhm.
So it's really great to be helping an organization that is addressing it and actually doing something to try to get these girls out of that situation and back into maybe a normal life again.
So it's been very impactful for you.
It has been very,
Yes, that,
very much so.
I know even on our first visit when Steve again had given us an overview of Bashor and what they do and statistics about the children's home, and it just the ratio of staff to students is just so amazing to me. The level of commitment that these folks have to helping these kids all the way from their they go kindergarten through 12th grade, and helping all those kids, and then the kids the kids rescued out of sex trafficking, and it's just, it just really grabs your heart, and it just seems like, man, if I'm gonna, it feels good to help. It really does.
Yeah.
It's a place I really want to help.
Yeah, it's
know,
and as I said, it's pretty obvious with you coming back as many times as you have.
Yeah, we signed up right away as soon as the project became available.
That sounds
We
good.
Get signed up and go.
Although one thing I've noticed is Steve's had an awful lot of opportunities to talk with you, but I haven't heard anything about any work being done. Are you just afraid to give him a tool, or?
Yeah, we don't know. Well, he wouldn't need a ladder. But that'd be
We
good.
thought about him a lot when we were
there
painting the
you go.
stairwell.
Cut
Yeah.
in along the top of the walls.
Hey,
The
could you brush
stairwell.
this one right up
Yes,
here?
that's
Yeah,
right.
You
that
could just
second
get it
floor.
done. Yeah.
You're right.
So,
You're tuned in to the Bashor 99 Club. We are talking with Dave and Susan Elkow. They are from Mission, Texas, but actually with what they do for the Nomads, they are from all over. And the 99 Club, once again, we're looking for 99 people who are willing to donate $99 to further the mission of Bashor Children's Home. Go to bashor.org. Click the 99 Club icon and you can donate. That's it. That's all it takes. And we'll offer you one of these 99 Club t-shirts. Hey, as I said before, if it looks good on me, think of how good it'll look on just about everybody else. Thanks again to our underwriting sponsors, Obico Corporation, New Way, Patrick Industries, and Genesis Products. Hey, without you folks, we can't make this go. And this is one of the fun interviews we've had, being able to talk to some folks who come to see the mission from outside. Every once in a while, it's one thing to know what you're committed to, but when you're in the middle of it, you don't always get to hear the things that you just talked about in terms of what you've observed. Bring us a little bit on the global picture of where you've been, some of the things that you've done. Have you participated in all three of these levels? Have you done the 3 weeks and the disaster relief and those kind of things as well? Or have you been primarily committed to the 3-week courses?
We've been mostly working 3 week.
Mm-hmm.
This is our 9th project.
Okay.
Total. We've done some camps here in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
We've done work in South Texas where you actually camp at churches and then go out into the community and renovate homes.
Oh, okay.
Some of them have been hurricane damaged
Mm-hmm.
homes and that kind of thing. So it's always good to get out there with people, and we're really blessed to be able to do that.
Well, especially in that. So even if it was a 3-week stay, there's still, it sounds like some of it was disaster relief.
Yes.
And it's,
yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's in many ways, you're making Matthew 25 come alive.
Amen. Awesome.
It's,
Thank God.
you found a way to separate the sheep and the goats.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Pastor Susan,
Mhm.
talk a little bit about, because you've been in the pulpit and you've been part of shepherding a congregation and trying to help people understand that it's more than just showing up at Sunday mornings or Wednesday night, with the green bean casserole and burnt onions on top and, the official United Methodist food. But here you've been able to personally make it come alive. In some ways, I guess it's like having those words come alive as well, is it not?
Yes. Jesus told us to go and make disciples, and that's
Mhm.
what we are supposed to do. You make disciples by talking to people, by working with people, by sharing the love of Christ with people.
Mhm.
And that's what we try to do. Going and making disciples. Yes. Serving the least and the lost.
So, Dave, I'd ask you this. What has this experience done to your faith walk?
Well, it puts hands and feet on it. It's just really, my prayer every day is that we will shine for you, Lord,
Mhm.
in all that we do. We want to shine a light, your light, into this world, and however we can make that happen. And it just is really, we've always been willing to get out there and do stuff.
Mhm.
And we're not shy about that. But being able to do this on this kind of scale is really, you're really walking the talk, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's very fulfilling,
Yeah.
and it's just a great blessing.
If churches want to grow,
Mhm.
and I pastored 6 different churches, and that's always what I heard was, we want children, we want to grow. The way you grow is by getting out into the community
Mhm.
and serving the community, and they will come eventually. They're not just going to come into your building.
Mhm.
It just doesn't work that way anymore in this culture. You know, you've got to be relevant. You've got to go out. You've got to reach out, and actually becoming an agency, a Nomads agency, is one of the ways you can do that.
Now explain that. What is a Nomad agency?
Like Bashor is a Nomads
Okay.
agency.
Okay.
If you're in a United Methodist church or a United Methodist organization, you can become an agency like we just did in Mission. Mission First United Methodist Church has just become an agency. And then you can establish a project and they'll post it on the website. And, you know, there's all these, it's this big schedule of projects. There's like 900 Nomads. And hundreds and thousands of projects. And so they put it up on the website for the specific dates. And you have to go through an approval process to become an agency. You have to be able to fund the project. But then you'll have Nomads come from all over the country to serve in your community out of your church. And, you know, there's no better way to impact the community than that. And they'll ask, what, you know, where are you from and what's happening? And they'll say, this church has sponsored us. They care enough about the community to go out and work in your home. And it has a huge impact on people.
One of my favorite podcast pastors has a line where he says, you need to be careful in your own walk, because you may be the only Jesus that someone sees that day. This is an opportunity for you to be that Jesus that somebody sees.
That's right.
That has to be fulfilling.
Yes, it's very fulfilling.
Yeah, you really feel like you're living with a purpose, which is good.
So do you have a favorite in all of your travels? Do you have a favorite story or two from your experiences where, you know, it's kind of lit the flame that says, this is why we do this? For a home or an agency or anybody?
Wow.
I know it's an ambush question, but you know, that's what we radio people do. We do ambush questions.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of really awesome experiences.
What I think is, and even here, we've had this repeatedly where, you know, we'll come in on week one and there'll be the list. Here's the things that the agency would like us to work on. This, our target for this 3-week period. Okay. And you look at it and you go, oh boy.
Overwhelming.
This may be a little much for, you know, a handful of people.
Old people to do.
Yeah, that's old folks that, you know, come in and do all this, you know, but it is just miraculous what happens. And how much work we can get done when we're working for the Lord. I don't. It just seems to multiply the effort.
For example, when we were working in Falfurrias, which is in South Texas, by Corpus Christi, and unfortunately, we and the whole town got COVID.
Oh. Okay.
It swept through.
It swept through, and so our whole team got it. You know, the nursing home got it. They shut the church down when we were staying. It was just this situation, you know, and that we all came down with it on Thursday night, and you know, we were like, oh no, how are we going to make this project go? Because we were renovating a woman's house, and you know, she was counting on us to get this done, and so. It was really miraculous because we only missed one day of work. Wow. Because we work 4 days and we're off 3. So we got it Thursday night, and by Wednesday we were all back on the project again, and we worked that Friday. So we only missed one day. We got the whole thing done, and everybody had been sick. So it's
we all got better. We all got it done. So
that's right. God uses the whole thing all the time.
Yeah, that's great.
That's amazing. And made you dependent on him to walk you through that as well.
That's right.
Yes.
You both mentioned you're originally from the Chicagoland area, so it's not Northern Indiana isn't exactly a foreign country to you, but you've had 3 visits now. What are some of the things that you've enjoyed about this particular area?
Oh, we love Elkhart. Elkhart's a really nice community. And it's, you know, being in South Texas, it's like so beautiful to see the green and the grass.
We do miss that. We do miss a bit of that.
Yes, people are very nice here, very friendly. It's just a great.
You have a couple of favorite things to do here, or just enjoying the atmosphere overall?
Well, I do bicycle riding. So
Oh, okay.
I love the trails. you know,
Right.
Mhm.
And I bring my bike and I ride.
That's good. We've
And
got some
so-
pretty significant paths.
Yes,
so.
yeah.
Mhm.
So all the trails out from Goshen out to
Mhm.
Shipshewana and then the Maple Heart.
Oh, so
Trail.
you've rode the Pumpkin Vine. If you
Yeah,
went from
Pumpkin
Goshen
Vine,
to
yeah.
Shipshewana, yeah.
Yeah, and Middlebury and all that. It's I really enjoy the trails
Good.
and the riding. So yeah, I like that about being here.
So
as
after
well.
working in the hot sun in the cottages for 3 days, then you hop on a bicycle and ride for 30 miles.
In the hot sun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. Have you had a sanity check for it? That's, but it's terrific, and we're pretty proud of the trails and those kind of things here. The other question I have to ask, because you are in the middle of RV country, and you've been thrown into RV lifestyle, have you enjoyed it? Have you
Yes.
enjoyed being able to travel in the RVs and,
Yes,
and that
it's
Oh,
kind
great.
of thing?
yes,
Good.
very
It's great.
much so.
We enjoy it a lot.
Yes.
It's glamping. I'm not a camper. I am not a camper, but I am a glamper. And so we just, equipped it with everything that is like home.
Yeah.
And my Tempur-Pedic mattress and, all the comforts of home. And
Yeah.
we have 2 dogs, 2 Westies, and they're with us. And so they're,
Oh, they travel with you.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they travel with us.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
So-
They
it's
seem
been-
to kind of like it too, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
Something
They
different.
get along fine.
Good.
RVing it.
That's good. So it's like, as I said, it's been terrific for us, terrific for the mission that you feel committed to this. So I'd like to conclude with each of you just to do, if you would, do a little bit of the sales pitch. There are people tuned in, promoting both bringing nomads to your particular agency or your particular need, but also recruiting a couple of other nomads. Just
Yes.
talk a little bit about how to sign up, why to sign up, what you've gotten out of it that people can get out of it as well.
Well, if you're interested in becoming a nomad, we'd love to have you. You can go to nomadsumc.org and all the information is there. There's a video about how what we do and how we began that you can watch. There's online applications that you can fill out. And really, all it takes is well, what did one of our team members said? If you're breathing and have $45, it's like a $45 a year annual membership. And people will call you and talk to you a little bit, just to make sure that you're understanding of everything that we represent, because we are a Christian organization. But if you're interested, I would go to that website, nomadsumc.org. And you can find all the information you want. And once you become a member, then the project schedules are available to you. And they're out at least a year. They're posted. So you can plan your travels and your projects.
So everybody doesn't just come from one spot. There are
No,
people
all
who
over the
will
country.
meet at the designated
Oh, yeah,
agency.
yeah.
Well, like
Okay.
on this project, it's Kansas, Illinois, Indiana, and Texas.
That the group is from.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's always
We've
a
had
mix,
people
we have
all
people
over.
from Seattle, Missouri, and
Minnesota.
and it's just so fun,
Yeah.
and then you get to see some people again somewhere else,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and work with them again, and I feel like I should say that Susan and I both told you we have industrial engineering,
Mhm.
and I was a contractor, and so we do have some pretty direct experience. But we have
You don't have
one
to.
lady on our project this time that never painted before, if you can believe it. She avoided painting until she retired, and now she's painting.
I told her she
So-
had an
so-
immersion experience
Yes,
here.
there you go.
it was
Painting a
so
whole
you
interior of a
don't
building.
need to have.
No.
There's always things for everybody
Mhm.
to do,
Yes.
and
And you can learn and
she's
develop your
liking it.
skills.
You can't get the
There
roller
you
out of
go.
her hand.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
So,
Well, yeah. Pastor Susan, you've probably said it yourself from the pulpit. The one way to get God to giggle is to tell him your plans.
Yes, that's
Because-
true.
Because he can come up with some
That's
other
true.
ones.
yeah,
Well, it's been delightful to meet both of you. And again, thank you so much for sharing your story. but most of all for sharing your heart. Bashor Children's Home certainly appreciates it, and our community appreciates it as well. And a little bit of applause for taking advantage of the bike trails, because
Yes.
we're pretty proud of those here. It's the Bashor 99 Club. Thanks for tuning in. The Bashor 99 Club, where you have an opportunity to join the group of contributing $99. We need 99 of you before the podcast season is over. And if you do donate, you get one of these fine t-shirts. Go to bashor.org and click on the 99 Club icon. That's it. It's as simple as that. Thanks to Obico, to New Way, to Patrick Industries and Genesis Products for underwriting our program. Thanks to Irish Dave for being our producer. I'm your host, Vince Turner. Hey, blessings on you